Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Cardano's ADA, reviewing the price action, what's been going on, what we think is likely to happen next and all that wonderful stuff. As I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord guys, what are you waiting for? Check it out, linked in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into the video though. So Cardano's ADA paired up with USDT. We're using the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏 spot exchange on the 1 hour time frame, and well, we hit our target range yesterday. What's really interesting about this though, so for reference, yesterday we're talking about a fifth wave movement to the upside, basically between 32.6374 and 33.0525, and we hit this target range and we did go a little bit higher than it, but for the most part that's because we came down a little bit deeper. So for example, if I take my fifth wave movement on the high here down to our fourth wave movement on the low down here, you can actually see our target range had lifted up higher, as in wave 4 going down lower, so therefore wave 5 had to go up higher, and so we right slap bang into the target range and got rejected. Perfect. Fantastic. So what does that mean? Well, it's great that we kind of did that. However, looking at the structure of how we went up there, it doesn't give me a lot of confidence. It tells me a few interesting things potentially are occurring here. One, we thought this would be a fifth wave movement to the upside, and although a move to the upside occurred here, it doesn't actually look like it has the internal workings of a fifth wave movement, as in I was looking for a 5-wave count like this, and it doesn't appear that we have that. So that's what we're going to scrutinize. We're going to jump into that because the output whatever this input was here is going to determine whatever that next output is going to be. Is it further to the upside, or is it in fact a rejection from here? And I suspect it's probably further to the upside, okay? Which means we need to figure out what's going on in this structure so that we can predict out how high the thing is going to go next. And on this 1 hour time frame, it's not very predictive right here. Okay, so we had a WXYXZ down here. That's fine, so I can see that one. That comes in WXY X and Z. That's good. And then over here is the part that we need to go down. So I'm going to take it to a 15-minute. Okay, and in this 15 minutes, we are going to be able to see that we have a 5-wave count here. And then we have this really strange structure right here. And this is the one that's really pulling me into question, is this move, the actual wick high. Can't really see it on the 15 minutes, so take it to a 5-minute. And in here, you can see that we do have the final fifth wave. To me, it looks more like a zigzag pattern in that area there, which means we have the zigzag coming up and a zigzag over here. It's a double zigzag pattern more than anything else, and that basically means that we should be either expecting rejection to the downside or finally a triple zigzag. You could only have 3 zigzags in a row, so you'd have another zigzag pattern to the upside. Now at the moment we can see here that we've rejected down quite nicely, finding good support on the 50 EMA, 200 EMA, sorry, just above there at the moment. And actually looking at that, yeah, I would say that looks reasonable to say that it's potentially complete already. Let's see. It's right in the range, yeah. So that's looking like we've completed that move to the downside. So let's bring this back to our hourly chart, right? So what I'm saying here is this was never a fifth wave movement. Instead, it is a zigzag pattern that looks like this, okay? And that marries up with the zigzag pattern on this side. Very unusual because it had overextended, okay? But nonetheless, I can't see that as a fifth wave movement to the upside. So, as much as that is, so the extension is there. We have this one coming in here. The entire thing at the moment stands as a W, X, and Y. And we can do some sense checks on that as well by taking the measurement here to the measurement over this side. And I shouldn't have moved that bit, so I'll put that one back. And we can see that we came up, yep, just up towards the 1.382, higher than the 1.236, meaning that we are likely to see this as a W, X, Y coming down here and then going up into the Z. Now the Z we can be predictive about, okay, because the Z wave should be on these fib scales. Like I said, I think we've done and completed this X wave, right? So as it looks like that, let me move this over to the wick low. We could still see a little further to the downside, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll be targeting out a reasonable move, actually, on the Z wave. So we'll be looking at the 618 to the 1.236. This is quite a sizable move. So anywhere in here is going to be fair game for the Z wave. I personally would be conservative, but we'll see. 33.97 to 35.617. Okay, if I zoom out of there, you can then see, if I remove now this one, we have a WXY come down into our X wave, which is where we are at the moment, and then move up into a Z wave high. Okay, so that's where we're looking. 33.97 on the conservative side and 35.6 on the more, I guess, optimistic side. From the current price, that would be about 4% move on the low and about a 9% move on the high. A good long opportunity, yes, but a little bit harder to kind of get a good stop loss in place. Your stop loss would have to be pretty much down here at the 30-cent level, and your take profit, if you wanted to go onto the low side of the Z wave, it is not going to be a risk reward ratio that you would take. On the higher side, it would, but you'd have to be in this for a while to make that kind of more risk reward ratio be workable. You'd have to be targeting out at least 34.9 cent to make that one really the risk worth the reward, essentially. So a long is potentially there. We could potentially take a swing low from down here if we wanted to. I'd be a little bit cautious on that. Invalidations on this one, yeah, I wouldn't expect us to move down lower than 30.9. So for the most part, if we move down lower than 30.9, I would rule this one as not valid. We just stick with the W, X, and Y, and we do not have a X and Z wave. Okay, that makes sense. So hopefully that's clear on these micro movements. This is the kind of thing that I expect to play out in the next kind of 24 to 48 hours, and all that kind of stuff. Real micro movements. Now, when we take this up into our larger daily timeframes, you can still see that I am bearish on the daily. I am still looking for further downside. That hasn't changed. Our structures are still there. Even if we do push up a little bit more here, unless we push up higher than our swing high, which does come in right up here at 46.17 cent. Unfortunately, down is where we're heading, and I still target out that 15 to 18 cent at the moment, with interesting areas really sitting down on the 14.5 cent range, which is quite an interesting one. Maybe over the weekend I'll do a bit of a macro view on ADA so you guys can get a bigger view and understanding as to kind of why I think this, and for the most part of why I think there's new lower lows still due for Cardano's ADA. Considering how Bitcoin is holding up at the moment, many altcoins did go ahead and set their new lower lows most recently in at the beginning of June, and so my expectations are that unfortunately if Bitcoin has a bit of a wobble and a bit of a tumble, then most altcoins are going to basically go down and set new lower lows. This isn't uncommon, it's not unusual, but this is the opportunity that lies with these altcoins, is that you'll see some fantastic undervalued altcoins continuously hitting new lower lows, and that is a fantastic time to be accumulating in my opinion. But do bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it. And if I'm to trade ADA, I'm going to be trading over on BitGet. It's my go-to platform. I do 100% of all my leverage-based trading on the BitGet platform, and 95% of all of my spot buys as well. If I am to be trading ADA, this is the platform that I'm using. So guys, if you haven't already checked out BitGet, check out the affiliate link in the description below. If you do use that link to sign up, you'll be eligible for up to $8,000 in rewards for signing up to the platform, depending on how much you deposit and trade with BitGet. Above and beyond that though, we also run our own trading competitions down in our Discord server, not affiliated with BitGet or YouTube or anyone like that. It's something that Chris and myself are running for the community, and by using the affiliate link in the description for BitGet, you will automatically be entered into that weekly trading competition, provided that you have a trading balance of at least $500. So if any of that sounds of interest to you guys, why not check it out? As I said, the affiliate link is in the description down below. Guys, I think I'm going to leave the video right there. If you have found this useful and informative, smash the like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done out of the way, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.